There are going to be many people that are going to try to interrupt your destiny. There are going to be many people in your life that are going to try to pull you back. There are going to be many obstacles in your life that's going to try to take you down. But I'm here to let you know right now that your destiny is in your hands.
When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. Didn't get promoted? Good.
Dream. That's a powerful word. You'll get knocked down many times chasing your dream. You will feel like you don't have the energy to get back up. You don't have the strength to get back up. You will feel like giving up is the only option. When you're hit, when you've been knocked down by life, that's when it's time to hit back. That's when it's time to hit back. Many people get hit by life, but they never hit back.
And you got to stand tall. And you got to push forward. And you got to believe. And you got to fight. And you got to push.
It is how you practice. It is what you do that makes you look like you look. It is the process of the grind that shapes you and forms you. It's not the game. And that's why most of y'all get beat in the game or make mistakes in the game, because you think grinding is what happens when the sun comes out. You think grinding is what happens when the lights come on. You think grinding is what happens when people get in the stage. That's not grind. The real grind is in the dark when nobody sees you.
Talking about that dream won't take you far. Working will. You are the only one who can go and get it. It's your dream. No one will chase it for you. No one will hunt for you. No one will support your dream but you.
What is your dream? What did you stay in front of that classroom in third grade? What did you say to that teacher? What did you tell your mom and your friends? What did you say before you gave up? What did you say before reality became your truth? When did you accept the lie? When did you get comfortable? When did you get off track? When did you stop? When did you quit? I'm here to push you. I'm here to drive you. I'm here to connect with you. When did you give up? When did you talk yourself out of it? I need you to talk yourself back into it. I need you to make sure that you get those notes out. What are your goals? What are your dreams? I'm here to help you. I know you can get there. I know you can get to that next level. No doubt about it. But you got to work, baby. You got to work. You got to rise up early. You got to go to bed late. Let me tell you something. You got to get obsessive.
It's time to be powerful. It's time to be strong. It's time to look up and get up.
If you remember in those times that forcing yourself to push through it, forcing yourself to find the opportunity, forcing yourself to find the lesson in that is going to be the very thing that gives you lift. It's actually constraints. It's having restrictions. It's having difficult times. Those are the things that allow people to really find and tap into the thing that's going to allow them to achieve what they want to achieve, because it's going to push you. And I know that's never fun. That's not what anybody wants to hear. But the reality is, if you want to achieve something great in your life, you've got to be going into the hard places. You've got to be facing down the difficult things. You've got to be going down that road that is intrinsically difficult. It's untamed. It's wild. And in that sense that it's coming after you, in that sense that you've entered truly hostile territory, in that is the very thing that's going to lift you up and allow you to do what other people haven't done.
So it will only take one person to believe that it's possible. It will only take one person to put in the work. That person is you.
You can't act common and think you're going to live in a common house. Any successful person I've ever seen in my life, they are different. They are obsessive. They are uncommon. And if you want to get to that next level, you got to do something different, baby. Because who you are today is not your potential.
The process of hunting is not the actual meat that make him look like that. It is the actual hunt. It's the actual chasing. So whether he catch it or not, every time he goes on the hunt, he's developing. Some of y'all so caught up on the game that you don't get it. It is in practicing. It is in the installment. It is in lifting weights. It is in resting. It is in eating right. It is in making good decisions that you look a certain way.
Be the weapon that you are. Be the strength that you can be. no weakness on this journey. And even if you start to fall and you trip up a few times and you make a few mistakes, you still got work to do because your destiny has not been met.
Your DNA, your genetic information is in your dreams.
That you're still here. Oh, stuff's going to happen to you. But you're still here. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to lose money. People are going to betray you. Things are going to happen that you won't see coming. But each morning that you wake up, you got a chance to work on it. You got another shot. You got some more time that you've been given by God.
You spend a majority of your life doing what other people want you to do. You don't even know who you are. And so even what you're doing, you're not doing at 120% because you're doing what somebody else wants you to do. You're not good enough to be somebody else.
Whose prayer I'm breaking into, but I'm breaking into somebody's prayer saying, Lord, why do I keep going through the same things over and over again? I go to church now, I tithe now, I shout now, I leap now, and the Lord sent me here to tell you it's no problem with your sentence. The problem is with your default. Until you change your default, you will always go back to being who you were before because you have never changed your mind.
What else do you want? Is this stronger than your dreams? And do you put as much time and attention into your dreams as you do your fears? That makes sense to you guys? So many people think all day long on what they're scared of. You know, before a wrestling match, you know, back in the day, I remember a lot of my opponents be like, oh man, what happens if I lose? What happens if I get caught? What happens if they take me down? What the fuck are we talking about? All that tension, all that energy going into the possibility of failure. Why can't the individual, the human, erase that mentality and put all that tension is, you know, how great it's gonna feel when I pin that motherfucker, when I take him down, when I beat him down in front of his home crowd, when I win something, when I go after something, when I put the work in and achieve it. Why don't we think that way?
So I need you to be selfish on the first tier, and that's dreaming. I need you to be real selfish because you can't help anybody else. You can't do for anybody else if you hurt. And the reason why my messages keep getting stronger and stronger is because I'm healing. Every year I'm healing, I'm cleansing, I'm becoming a better human.
When you are reminded of something that you need to do, or you are given negativity, or you are given some sort of discouraging comment towards an area that you know needs to be addressed, you use that as a trigger to automatically get up and go take action towards that goal. All right? So when motherfuckers call me fat, I got off the fucking couch and I went for a walk. Okay? That was it. And that's what I've learned to do. It's very simple. When people tell me shit that is negative, I take that energy, I take that frustration, I take that pain, and I go address whatever is causing the pain. Because the reason it's causing pain for you is because it's true. All right? You have to acknowledge that. This is called real AF. I'm going to give you the real shit. The reason people call you fat is because you're fucking fat. You're the one that thinks that that's mean. It's not mean, it's the truth. Okay? So what do you do with the truth? You address the truth. And if you address the truth and you're able to be honest with yourself, which is a hard thing to do, right? None of us like being attacked. None of us like being told we're less than. None of us like, but the reason those things hurt is because inside we know the truth.
We create it or we destroy it right here. We either give birth to our fear or we blaze the path of our dreams. You're either living your dreams or living your fears, one or the other. And which one are you giving the most time to?
So I need y'all to do me a favor. I need you to be selfish on the dream piece. Because what you have to understand is when you know who you are and you start operating that, you're going to start blessing in the way you couldn't bless people before when you didn't really know who you were.
The reason why you're doing that, if you are putting all that time and effort into fears instead of your dreams, it's because you're not doing this enough. You're not in here killing yourself enough. You're not working hard enough. You're not studying hard enough. You're not burning the midnight oil every night, which prevents you from staying awake in the midnight hours later in life wondering what it could have been. You erase that shit through all of this fucking payment, guys. It's free. You don't need to shoot up for it. You don't need to snort. You sweat for it. And then when you leave here, it's an abdominal will is like, just been nurtured.